Hi, I'm Jake Burkett from Grey Alien Games, and this is our 9th developer vlog for Shadowhand. So today I'm going to talk about the enemy AI and about throwing consumables. So let's have a look at that. We're going to fight this smuggler dude. So right, so before we start the fight, we can, double check what weapons we've got. We've got 2 weapons here. We've also got a grog bomb that we can throw, and we've got a healing elixir in case we get injured. And we can also check out the enemy's weapons. So they've got a cutlass, and he's got a hook specially fitted. And he also has a couple of grog bombs and a healing elixir as well. So when you fight enemies in the game, what you can actually decide to do is fight them immediately, or you can click equip and you can go out to the inventory screen. I'll show you that now. You could change your stuff and then go back with a loadout that you feel is more appropriate to fighting this enemy. So I think we're actually fairly evenly matched, so let's have a go. Each enemy, by the way, has an intelligence stat, and that sort of determines some of the decisions they make. And if they fail their intelligence test, then they sometimes make dumb decisions. So we're going to duel. Okay. So I want to try and get a run of cards to try and charge up my weapons down here. Let's have a go. 4, 5. Get another 4, 5 going there. Oh, well, we could do the 5, but I'll run my end. So instead, I think I'm going to go 3, 2. Okay. Now that I've got a good run going, I've started an attack bonus, which basically means I can do a critical hit on the enemy, so my attack is worth more. Let's keep going. 3. I can't do anything else there. I could use one of my wild cards, which I cheated and added earlier. You wouldn't have this many by this point in the game unless you'd been severely grinding. So we're just going to shoot the gun at him, but we've got an attack bonus of 50% here. So instead of the 4 damage, I'm expecting to see 6. However, he's got a defense of 2, so I'm expecting to see 4. Let's have a go. Boom. Okay, so, well, he elected to take a potion. None of his weapons were charged, so the next best thing was either to take a potion or chuck a bomb, basically, and that's what the enemy AI decided to do. So I could fire this blunderbuss, which is charged now, or I could keep going and try to build up an attack bonus. So let's try and do that first. 4, 5. That's it, basically. Actually, I'll show you how the wild cards work. So if I cheat now, chuck down a 4, that means I can carry on, pick up a 5. A 6. Now we can keep going. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I think we can. There's no zeros, so I can't carry on at the moment. Also, we haven't seen any keys, so I can't undo this lock yet. Right, we can hammer him with the blunderbuss. Let's try that. Yep, he did not like that. Okay, so he's used his cutlass on us. Now, actually, at the time, both weapons were charged, the cutlass and the hook. So he could have used either. And the AI, mostly, it will always choose the most powerful one if the weapons attack for different values. Let's just see what we can do here. A 5, and that's it, sadly. So I'm going to use the pistol or the bomb. I'm going to chuck a bomb. Ouch. So I used the hook. Actually, chucking a bomb, which I just did when my weapon was charged, was sort of inefficient. You should really save your bombs for when you can't shoot anything. Let's see. Okay, so I've got a 0. I could clear these 1s, but they're not going to reveal anything new. That 1 is going to reveal a 3, which doesn't help us, though it gets closer to the key, which I can see peeping out. But I'm going to go for this 1 and see what it reveals. An 8, so nothing useful. Weapon still charged. Let's use that. Alright, he finally chucked a bomb, and that's because none of his weapons were charged, so it was kind of his only recourse. Okay, I better take a potion now, or I can try and play a bit and see if I can get a good run. Let's clear this 1. Let's get closer to the key. Okay, well, blunderbuss, 5 damage. He's got a shield of 2, so it's going to drop him down to just 2 health left. could do that, or we can heal, depends if we think he's going to hammer us. I think I'm going to weaken him. Ah, he found the key. Ah, bit of a hook there. This could be time for taking the potion, though I might be able to get a run and shoot him, actually, so I'm going to try that. 8. Yeah, that will do. I think this is the finisher. Goodbye, Mr. Smuggler. And there we have it. So that's an example of how the enemy chooses how to make different decisions, and how we can both kind of chuck bombs at each other and take potions. Actually, there's 10 different sort of throwable items in the game, which do many different things, not just damage. Some do poison or slow the enemy or make them drop the weapon. And there are over 10, I don't know the exact number, something like 15 different potions that give you different abilities, not just healing. You know, they improve different weapons, and give you, you know, just different special abilities that are kind of quite neat. So that's an example of how, you know, the battles pan out. There's a lot of different options, there's a lot of strategy, and it's fun. Let's just loot him to finish off. Good, got his cutlass, got some money, got another bomb. Okay, good. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for the next developer vlog. Bye.